National Football League. And now, your defending AFC East champion, Buffalo Bills.
On the Ravens sideline, head coach John Harbaugh, his team fired up and ready for this one. On the other side, Sean McDermott, now in his 9th season as the head man in Buffalo. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. It is for real. Season begins here. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time. They're led by former #1 overall pick and Super Bowl champion with the Rams, Matthew Stafford.
Stafford was one of those guys, Mike, that I think through the first half of his career was probably the most underappreciated quarterback in the entire league. The talent was always undeniable. But what he was constantly discredited for was just the fact that he was on some really bad teams that were left to play really irrelevant football down the stretch. Immediately changed that narrative the second he joined a championship roster. Now, he's just trying to see if he can add some more hardware to that resume and solidify that legacy even further.
That is quickly out to Diggs. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
So that'll bring up 4th down, and that'll bring on Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by their cerebral quarterback from the University of Tennessee, Joshua Dobbs.
Well, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it. We'll find out early on what the plan is.
A gain of 16 yards. Good for a Bills first down. Dobbs to throw. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. Oh, yeah. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the
Here's Dobbs. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Wandale Robinson. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. A toss left side, caught by his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They bring a tight end in motion left. On play action, it's Stafford. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. On the give, it's McCaffrey.
This is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. And when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
And in motion, it's Diggs. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. On the draw, here comes McCaffrey. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets us to go down. The shotgun, it's Stafford. He's got his man. It's Diggs. 18 yards on the connection. Good for a Raven 1st down.
1st down, Baltimore.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball. Give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
So, from 37, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll give to McCaffrey on the option. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
And a Raven 1st down.
Ground, it's McCaffrey. And he'll work forward to about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, it's McCaffrey. And they continue to churn out 1st down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Baltimore.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. And they'll run here with McCaffrey. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain. 2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line.
The Bills' 6-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. This one caught at the 4.
So anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And And some problems communicating on third down, and that's going to be a delay. Now they operate from back at the 9, and it's third down and goal. Now Stafford on third and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Ravens.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Bills offense ready for their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Dobbs now to throw. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
On second down, it's Gibbs. Finding space inside the 40. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35.
21 yards. That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
Now Dobbs. Throw on the run is complete. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
That's another Bills first down. First and 10 at the 15.
So 1 quarter in the books on our first Sunday night telecast of the year. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. The Bills with it to start quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. He'll step up and run. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be first and goal.
That's another Buffalo Bills. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Throwing. Dobbs. It is brought in the end zone. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Bills. For Golden, the first-round selection back in April. That's his first career touchdown in the NFL.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. First and goal, down here near the goal line. And they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Makes the score Bills 14. Ravens 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kicks away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense and Matthew Stafford heading back onto the field. Greg, when you step back and look at this AFC North, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, their rivalry now really for a couple of decades has in so many ways defined this division, and they set the tone for everything that happens when you are in an AFC North game.
And you talk about divisions having identities, they have their culture. Really at the top, Baltimore and Pittsburgh kind of want to play a similar style game, strong on defense, great run game. Obviously, Baltimore adds the extra element with Lamar Jackson. To me, the fascinating team, though, is what kind of jump can we expect, Mike, from the Cincinnati Bengals?
I agree with you because if you think about the toughness and the physicality, Cincinnati can put up points in an electrifying fashion. And even the 1 year Cleveland was up near the top of the division, they did that as well. But you come back to that defensive side of the ball, and when I look at these teams, Greg, I just think, man, these are defenses that can stop anybody in the league, and that's where you've got to invest in this division.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so fascinating about Cincinnati is they're kind of the outlier. They're the pass heavy, they're the spread attack, they've got unbelievable weapons on the outside, obviously Joe Burrow, quarterback, but it was the defense, and you said it, their inability to be as good on the defensive side of the ball as Baltimore, as Pittsburgh, traditionally, but especially last year, is really what allowed them to be the odd man looking in when they missed the playoffs. So I think if Cincinnati can just improve a little bit on defense, they have the offense to now enter and make it a three-man race in the AFC North.
Right back to Golden. He's got it again. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Brings up third and one.
In the middle, and he's got his man complete. A pickup of 15 in the end. First down, Buffalo.
Bills. First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
He'll set up to throw. It's caught left side by Hawkinson. And a Lucas ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Big time play there for Buffalo. 37 yards.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
He'll step up and run this. And it's going to be first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
That's another Buffalo Bills. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's Gibbs. Good blocking, and he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Buffalo. Taking care of business on the ground to get the scoring. Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The PAT, up and good. And the Bills will take a 21-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Across the 20 will knock him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
First down, Raiders.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on 1st down. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive.
At this point, Mike, it's clear this defense just doesn't have a lot of answers right now for this run game. A combination of the job being done up front by the offensive line and the big playability of this running back.
This time the slanting becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Stafford now on 2nd down. That's the versatile Jordan James. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Ravens first down.
McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Bills' 16-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Open is Knox over the middle. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
At the 5-yard line.
Here's a run. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
Down at the 4-yard line.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal. On for the field goal now. It's Brandon Aubrey. This about as short as you can get. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Ravens cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
The Bills offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. And penalty flags come in as it lines up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. To the right side, he's got Hawkinson, his tight end. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
Now, faking the give. He takes off.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
2nd down, zone read, and he keeps it. What a move! He's in. Got for it. Touchdown, Bills. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. In this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
The extra point is up and through. And the Bills add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. The return starts from the 5. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Ravens offense and Christian McCaffrey getting set for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. 2 minutes remaining here in this first half. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing, Stafford. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Ravens.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. This one caught right side by Knox. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up
2nd down, it's Stafford. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it's going to bring up 3rd down. Now the pitch comes to McCaffrey. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come. This 4th down is looming. That is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Head coach Sean McDermott there as the Bills get set for their next possession. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. The 5 straight division titles. It's hard to see who can knock them off that perch right now.
Yeah, I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild. Quarterbacks and coaching staff trying to kind of get themselves out of the bottom of the division. Miami seems to me, I don't know if they're ready to compete necessarily with Buffalo directly, but Miami is a playoff caliber roster, a playoff caliber team. They've showed it in years past. So if anybody's ready to compete, I think it's Miami. I just don't know, Mike, if they are ready top to bottom over the length of the season to get enough wins to keep pace with a team as good as them.
And 2 new coaches at the bottom of the standings last year, the Jets and the Patriots. And Greg, both guys who played for a long time in the league and bring a certain amount of toughness to the top of the organizations.
Absolutely, and it was very clear exactly what New York and New England were looking for. They wanted culture centers, right? It wasn't about getting the fancy play caller. It wasn't about the X's and O's. They needed to establish an identity and a culture of excellence and of winning. So no question, Mike, there was a very clear mission, a clear path to landing on Vrabel and Aaron Glenn, and they think they have their guys for a long time.
Now timeout signal for, and we'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Dobbs to throw. This one is caught by Robinson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. The Bills going to use their final timeout here, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. On now is Andres Borregales for the field goal try. His kick is good. And the Bills going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bills offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. And Greg, they have had their way right from the start in this season opener. You get that sometimes. You don't know what week one's going to bring, but this is going to be awfully satisfying.
Oh, there's no question. It gives such value to all the work that you did all offseason, and all the way back in OTAs in the spring, and then through the dog days of training camp. Everyone wants to start the season strong. You're 0-0. Everyone in the league has Super Bowl aspirations. Every fan base thinks it's their year. And then to come out and to deliver, especially on the offensive side of the ball, it's really the ideal way to set up the rest of your season and try to stay on track.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Dobbs. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but they move it down to the 25-yard line.
Bills, first down.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. To the goal line and in. T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Buffalo. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
The extra point is good, and the Bills will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. Well, Greg, this is going to take a lot of self-reflection here. You build up so much for the season opener. To struggle like this has got to be a tough field.
Yeah, we've never spoken to a team before their week one matchup where they didn't tell us this is the best training camp they've ever had, it's the best roster they've ever had. I mean, how many times have we heard that? So in this case, though, Mike, I think you have to be careful that you don't overcorrect. Of course, this did not go according to plan. This is not what they've been building to through their entire offseason schedule, but it's still also just one game. So don't throw everything in the garbage and start all over. Don't throw out all the hard work from the previous offseason. Stay the course, fix what went wrong, improve, and move on to week 2.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 7.
At their 48-yard line.
They send the tight end in motion. They go play action with Stafford. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Ravens first down.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
First down, Ravens.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. And he won't get away. Good tackle there to get him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
He'll send a tight end in motion right. Now a second down throw for Stafford. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. It is third and long. The shotgun, it's Stafford. He's got his man. Right side, it's complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
At the 8-yard line.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And Fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but this is going to go down as a big loss on the play. They are very fortunate to get another shot at it. It is second down and goal. Again, it'll be McCaffrey. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down. Tight end going in motion here. The play clock down to 0. And this, not the best of sequences. Couple of runs stopped behind the line. And now it's third and 17. Now Stafford on third and goal. That one, take it in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And it really just comes down to the protection. You're sitting there third and goal. You have to give your quarterback the opportunity, Mike, to work through all of his progressions, and you need time to do it. Then it just comes down to making the right read. Touchdown.
Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Ravens are able to cut into the deficit.
38. Ravens 17.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Bills offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. They'll begin with first and 10. Dobbs down to throw. Open man downfield. It's Hawkinson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Dobbs. On the quick slant, they find Dallas. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up second and 7. At the
Second down, he'll fake the handoff and hold on to it. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. They get 24 on that one. Just like that, it's first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
From 6 yards out, it's first and goal. On the ground, this is Gibbs. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard
The
line.
tackle made at the 3-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal.
Gibbs. Touchdown. The extra point now for Borregales. It's up and through. And the Bills are going to extend their lead.
Bills 41. Ravens 17.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
First and 10.
The Ravens offense and Justin Jefferson headed back onto the field. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on first and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he'll be out of bounds here. And it's only a gain of a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and
Stafford now on second down. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
17 yards.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now it's McCaffrey. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
First down.
And in motion, it's Diggs. The RPO. That one is complete. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Putting one of their tight ends in motion left.
Second and 8.
Stafford. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs.
Complete to Stephon Diggs. A gain of 12. First down, Ravens.
Stafford to throw again. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Throwing again is Stafford. Open is Knox over the middle. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Baltimore.
Putting the tight end in motion. Again, it's Stafford. Short pass taken in by Knox. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. Here's second and 6. They're going to motion the tight end over here. To the air again. Stafford. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
Jefferson.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
On third down, Stafford, and that is incomplete. Javon Vele was the intended target. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws.
That is Dawson Knox. Touchdown, Ravens. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Ravens are able to edge a bit closer. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. Uh-oh. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but it does show you that make-you-miss ability that he has.
2 yards on the pickup.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8. Now Dobbs. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Sacked by Dante Fowler. No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
Throw it, Dobbs. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. The Bills bringing on the punt team. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. Things not looking good. But see if we get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. The defense not fighting. They stay at home and they tackle him for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. Left side, that open man is Knox. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Stafford now on 3rd down. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down. The defense nowhere to be found. A 4th down gain of 20. Now it's Stafford. This one caught right side by Knox. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd
down, it's Stafford. High-headed defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And 4 yards.
Back to throw is Stafford. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line. And it's 4th down.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. And this has been the start of the season you hope for. You held serve at home, have the lead here in the 4th quarter, and now it's all about bleeding down that clock. Out quickly to Golden on the RPO. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Dobbs to throw. To the right side, he's got Hawkinson, his tight end. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw is Dobbs. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
That one going to land a little too close to the goal line. Doesn't stop into the end zone. It's a touchback. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll try to establish some tempo. They start this one with 1st and 10. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
That's quickly out to Jefferson. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. 3rd and a long way to go. Out of the gun, Stafford. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Ravens sending the punt team out there. As he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. The Bills offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. He kept waiting for that cutback lane to develop. It never did. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Dobbs. Headed left, right? And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down. Shelby Harris. He gets there for the sack, setting up 4th down. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out 1st down and 10. And in motion, it's Diggs. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. From the 25, here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
It's a gain of 6. And it's
They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak? That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. That one caught. It's Knox, the tight end. And he's going to have the Ravens 1st down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
1st down, Ravens.
From the gun, it's a give to McCaffrey. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the...
And that's going to be picked by Jalen Ramsey. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
Like, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And every once in a while, one just gets away. And that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
The Bills offense ready to take over once again. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. Dobbs. That one reeled in by Golden. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Now Gibbs. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Brings up 3rd down.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, 3rd and inches. Here's a run with their tight end. And he is going to have a Bills first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Dobbs now to throw. Pass caught. It's Golden. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
That's good for the Buffalo Bills. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now, faking the give.
The pass on 1st down. The tackle by Denzel Perryman. Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. So it's a win here for the Bills. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson. Our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.